Hey, what's going on YouTube? So I recently purchased this ram mount triple tree mounting system for a sport bike that has a triple tree nut that has a hole in it like this. I had the same exact mount on my 2014 S1000RR and it worked well for me. There's a lot of people that don't like it because sometimes it spins around and it's not secure. My previous experience was it was okay. It worked okay for me. It wasn't as rigid as other mounts. Other mounts will go over the whole nut, and it won't move at all. It's very good. But this is only $15 versus $60 to $70 on the other ones. I guess you get what you pay for with these. So, what this basically is, you see this rubber section here. You fit it in to the hole here, and where it doesn't go in anymore, you cut that portion out, and you basically size it up, and then there's a screw that tightens the space, and then it's held on by friction and just grips inside the hole there. So it's very simple and um, somewhat crude, but it works well for me. So I'm gonna give you guys a short, hopefully a informative way on how I installed this. So, all right. So in the package, you would see a very clear cut instruction on how to use this mount. Gives you all the list of parts that comes in the package. This is what it finally looks like when you're basically done with it and installed. This was the rubber piece where you have to size up, and it's supposed to, yeah, so it's gonna look like that. As you can see, where you inserted at the nut that I told you about right here, and you make a mark, and you cut from the top and also at the bottom, about an inch total from the body. So for example, here's what we have now. Let's see that. So it goes in at that point. I'll be making a mark, and at that point I'll go down an inch and cut the lower portion out. And all right, I'll do that off camera because it might take me a while. I'm just using a crude scissor or cutter thing, so it might take a while. So I'll be back. All right, we're back. So like I said, the part was in one piece, just like this one. So I measured. When you insert it to the hole here, it came down up to this point. So I made a mark. I cut the top part, and now I measure 1 inch down and cut the bottom piece. So this is the piece that you need, the middle part. Sorry, I was a little too quick there. And what you need to do next is get this part here where it comes in the kit. This is basically where a nut will go in here. That's basically how you tighten it up. So what will happen is you measure the bottom piece, which one corresponds to the size that you have here. You kind of just eyeball it and choose the best one. I think, yeah, you don't want to be too. I mean, it's really up to you which one you want to choose. Um, I think I'm gonna go with this second size here. Yeah, it looks like this just about right. You can kind of flatten this out even more. I just use the box cutter, and it gets kind of awkward. But yeah, you can do your best with that. Mine was pretty crude actually, so I'm gonna do something off camera and fix that. And I'll be back. I'll be right back. I'll show you guys the final product on how this all piece comes together. So it's all in the instructions too. So I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay, so the end cap has been cut. I measured it. This is my choice for the end cap. It comes with the necessary hardware to finish it off. So basically the long thread here will go through the whole thing to tighten it up, and the accompanying washers to basically lock it in place. The top head is this part right here, so that's the one sticking out of the bike, looking like this. So I'll show you guys in a second when I built this all together. The kit will come with a bunch of washers, same way as the plastic piece was. There's different sizes, so you kind of have to match it on this surface area now, the bigger one, which one is the most closest to that surface. And there's a nut, the nut supplied in the kit, and you put that on the back of the locking piece here. So basically that's the one that's gonna catch the screw when you screw it in. There's no washer in this side. It's basically there's teeth. Doesn't focus, but there is teeth in the plastic piece here, so that's how it retains its friction, the grip. So now what I'm gonna do is build it all together. This one comes to this piece right here like this, and the screw kind of just sandwiches all together. See if I can just, yeah, it is a little awkward if you don't have a camera person. So we're sandwiching it all together. Let's see. So you just have to kind of push it through. It's a little difficult at first, but once it's in there, just get an Allen key, tighten it all up, tighten the piece up just a little bit, just so it's held on together, one piece, and then I'll show you guys how to tighten it up there once for the final installation. All right, so I finally got okay, so you get an Allen key, tighten it all up just so it's held on by itself all together as a package. So once again, you have the plastic, you have the nut on the bottom supplied, and you have the plastic piece that locks the whole thing together for the bottom, the rubber part that you cut, and a washer that fits the top circumference of the rubber piece, and the body of the mount itself. So now we're just going to tighten it up and putting it back in place. Let's see. So it's looking like, so you can orientate this however you want. It's not gonna hit anything. It's just the way your mount is. I'm using a X grip with a short arm here. You can get a longer one, but the way this is right now for a sport bike, I like it. It's exactly just yeah, this is the perfect opportunity to measure up how you want it to look. Unfortunately, these pieces are all separate purchases, so you have the mount first, the arm, and the X grip. So totaling, I have to check again. It might not be all cheap, so I guess, but $15. I think this one is $5, and this one's like another 15, if anything, I guess. So this is a whole package. So let's see how it totally all looks like once I tighten the mount up. So it looks like it's pretty secure. I mean, it does sway, it does that. That's how it is. There's really no real grip on the inside. It's just the rubber piece, but you can bet it's not gonna come off. It's gonna spin, but it's not gonna come off. It ends right at the top that I marked, like I mentioned before. The washer basically is the top surface that you will see here. And depends on how well you cut it, you won't see any more of the black rubber piece, but mine was not perfect, and that's okay with me. I don't really care about it too much. You can always go back. You can always take this out, cut it again nicer, put it all together and put it back in here. I think I did it wrong before because mine went all the way through. That's why mine was kind of loose. This time around, I did it better, and basically the body should be not flush to the steering nut. It should be, there's a stem that's supposed to be in the surface, I think. So this one is mounted nicer. I guess I did it correct this time. So there we go. And I'll be putting the X grip now on the bike and the mount. So let's see, that's what it looks like. So when you see people with like, you can actually use the X grip for GPS units, as long as it fits in the arms. I have a Galaxy Note 4, the one I'm using to record right now, and it fits in this X grip right here, and it works nice. And yeah, I don't have what else to say to this. I like their products. I actually recommend it. Hopefully they would sponsor me someday. I doubt it, but I bought a lot of products from them already. There's many other alternatives to this. It's just this is the one. I don't want to risk trying a new one at this moment. This one has been proven. I've used it before, so I wanted to go the safe route. All right, so if you guys have any questions, this was very easy. Takes about 5 minutes. It took longer because I was finicking with the camera and all that setup and stuff. But if you're just gonna do this in your garage, you can do this in 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes. How perfect you want it to do it. It takes like it's a no-brainer. You guys really need this. Once you have it, you can put a lot of stuff in this, not just phones, anything. You can actually make. This is a lot of use. You can get a lot of use for this item here. It's a very smart addition to a sport bike or any bike. Okay, thank you guys for watching.